BabyChakra Parenting Pod. And we are here to discuss about skincare for children and the use of the right kind of skincare for children and when is the right time to start. We have with us some experts and we have a mom, Mariyum. But before we start, I would like to say a little bit about Baby Chakra. So, Baby Chakra is a platform for parents to consult with experts and other parents for better parenting decisions. And we are also one of the most loved online shopping portal for baby care products, and we make everything that is natural, chemical free for children. So let's begin with introductions now. Dr. Pallavi, would you like to start first?
Hello, good morning, everyone. So, I'm Dr. Pallavi Sethi. I practice at Surat, Gujarat. I've done my post graduation and my cosmetology training from Pune, Bharati Vidyapeeth University, and I did my MBBS in Nagpur. So, this is it. Right now, I'm practicing for the last 3 years at my own clinic, Heritage Hospital in
Uh, Dr. Mahima, can you
Hi.
please introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, BabyChakra, for this really important session. I'm Dr. Mahima Agrawal. I'm a consultant dermatologist. I'm practicing in Delhi. I completed my education from Maulana Azad Medical College, MBBS at Delhi, and Lady Harding Medical College. I did my MD dermatology from there. I have a very special interest in pediatric dermatology, and so excited for this session.
Thank you. Lovely to have you. Mariam, would you like to go ahead, please, with your introduction?
Yeah, I'm a parenting blogger and since 2018, I've got two kids and I write from parenting to Bollywood, everything in between. And yeah, I'm because I've got my first event and my first campaign through Baby Chakra, so started. So I'm looking forward to the session now.
Thank you. So we'll start with the Q&As. So we start with Dr. Mahima. Dr. Mahima, what is the right age to start skincare for babies, for newborns and babies? When is the right time to start? And what are the basic skincare steps for a baby?
Okay, so as soon as your baby is born and handed over to you, the skincare kind of begins then. I mean, skin is the largest organ in the body, and it's very important to understand how a baby's skin differs from adult skin. It's very thin, it loses water very rapidly, so it needs more moisture and more care. You have to be very gentle, you have to choose your products wisely. So when the baby is handed over to you, first thing comes in your mind is when to give the baby a bath. So ideally, it is said that you wait for at least 24 hours. Then the second most common thing patients ask us is how frequently they should bathe their baby. So in a country like India, maybe daily bath, or if it's very cold, then twice or thrice a week. Then what to bathe them with, what should be the temperature. I mean, all of this constitutes skin care in a way. So when your diaper care, I mean, the discussion, only the newborn can take up to half an hour. But I'll be very quick so that the viewers catch some important points.
Yeah.
So if you give your baby a bath, make sure that the bath is not very long. Everything gets wrapped up in 5-10 minutes maximum, because the more hydrated the skin gets, the more easy trauma prone it becomes. It becomes more fragile if it's very hydrated. The temperature should be body temperature, not too cold, not too warm. The best way is to dip your elbow to see if you're not feeling very hot and cold. And the more preferable agents for cleansing are the Syndet body washes, which are soap free and gentle on the baby. So it's important to make sure that the pH of the cleanser is around 5.5, which is the ideal pH for skin, or slightly acidic, not too alkaline. Then, after the bath, it's important to moisturize your baby with a bland, fragrance free moisturizer. For the summers, lotions are better. For winters, creams are slightly on the greasier side, they are better. And make sure you pad dry the baby. Make sure that all the folds are fully dry, because babies are very prone, they cannot move their arms, neck around so
Correct.
much. So the moisture collects, sweat collects, it causes intertrigo, which is a common fungal and bacterial infection. If there is any rash or cradle cap or anything, do consult a dermatologist. Very important not to practice some home remedies, because they may be right, but they can be wrong also. So, mostly that is about the newborn. When the child grows up, use a body wash, a shampoo for cleansing the scalp, moisturizer again, and very important is sunscreen. Once the baby is 6 months old, I mean beyond 6 months of age, sunscreens are recommended for all the kids, especially if they're outdoors. Even if it's cloudy, rainy, it is advisable, especially if you are on a holiday at a higher altitude or by the beach. Do carry your sunscreen. Some sunscreens are very, very safe for kids. They say purely physical sunscreens. Make sure the sunscreen is blocking both UVA and UVB light. And once the child grows up further, like maybe around puberty, around 12, 13 years of age, that is when the oil glands become active, because the male and female hormones develop and issues like acne and all they start. So that is when we recommend that you start using a specific face wash, a separate moisturizer for the face and the body, and so on. As the baby further grows up, enters into adulthood, that is when specific skincare additives come into picture.
Okay. Thank you very much. Dr. Pallavi, Dr. Mahima has explained most of it to us, but what we would like to know is what are the steps? Like, does the massage happen first or the cleansing happen first? Step by step when it comes to taking care of a baby's skin, and also what are the problems that the babies or the children as they grow will face later if their skin is not taken care of at an earlier stage.
Right. So Dr. Mahima absolutely correctly said that it starts as soon as the baby is born.
Born, correct,
Okay, so the basic thing जो अपने Indian especially हाउस होल्ड में होता है is massage.
correct,
So I would always tell mothers, if you are massaging a baby, please use a regular oil, coconut oil. Don't go for something fancy which is available in the market, because they have added colors or added fragrance in them which might irritate the baby's skin, because it is not fully developed as compared to if you are comparing it with the adult. We can still take some chances with the added colors and fragrance. Baby skin cannot tolerate all these products. So secondly, you need to get a nail tape is the best way to go. That is the safest place and it is easily available. So why go for fancy stuff? People use sarson ka tel and rai ka tel. It usually doesn't cause any harm, but then sarson ka tel and olive oil, these are too occlusive in nature and which causes area, or basically it occludes the opening of different glands, which can
correct.
cause problems. So if you're using products, use safe products which are easily available. Don't go for anything fancy. So having said that, it is important to moisturize the baby's skin. It is very, very important because as I said, their skin is not
Dr. Pallavi, sorry, but we can't hear you very clearly.
you can't. Now can
Yeah,
you hear
now,
me?
now better, yes.
Yeah. So if you're not using a proper moisturizer, because the skin is not properly developed, so there is more and more loss of transepidermal water loss, as we say. Okay,
Okay,
so the body is not able to retain the moisture because it is not developed. The skin is not developed. So if you're not moisturizing, their skin is more prone towards dryness. They are more prone towards infection. So इसलिए it is important to start the skincare as soon as possible or since birth. If you are using correct products is also important. And if you don't take care of the skin from the start, in the later age, it may cause, they might go towards eczema or be more prone towards infection. That is why it is important. If you are confused about what products to use, please meet a dermatologist or your pediatrician. Will guide you on what products to use, how to use them, how many times in a day you should use or apply and moisturizer. So that is it. I think it is very simple, and you need to understand the difference between the adult skin and the skin of a
Baby
child.
skin.
Yes. So yes.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mariyum, as a mother, what is the skincare routine that you follow for your child?
No, I always think which is less soap and less the pH is always maintained, and besan ka atta and olive oil was always forbidden from my side, because what happened was she got pus boils all around her ears, and asked the massage giving auntie that to stop it, and then I spent on. And yeah, that is something which is very traditional and very unavoidable. So we always we cannot say no to thing. We need to have something which is wrong to show them, to prove them that this is not working for them. Then only it's your own house or yours anyways. The thing is very evidently evidently practiced everywhere in every the chana atta, be it malai, be it bread. There's moong dal all over babies to get rid of the hair and all. Both my babies are very hairy. What I looked for was a soap-free and pH maintained uh, skincare routine for them. Yet now they are having something which is very skin friendly and not causing them any irritation or any kind of irritation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, Dr. Mahima, so BabyChakra, as you know, is running a campaign called Label Pado Moms.
Yes.
So, related to that, what are the ingredients you think that parents should look at while buying baby care products for children?
Okay. Miss Manisha, just one thing I wanted to add on to the previous thing.
Yes,
Like, very commonly, we see parents using talcum powders,
correct.
but usually we do not recommend
Recommend.
talcum powders because they become very messy, sticky. They further can cause irritation if left for too long in the skin folds. This is one thing I thought I'll add.
Yeah,
And even if someone wants to apply talcum powder, it's always preferable to put it in the hands,
and
rub it, and then dab it, and not spray it directly on the child because it can get inhaled and cause respiratory problems. Okay, so coming back to your question about Label Padho Moms, I think that's a fantastic campaign. um, it's very important, of course, to read the labels. So, when we talk about basic skincare products, the simple things, like for example, on the cleanser, it should say fragrance free or mildly, lightly fragrant if the child has normal skin. If the child is prone to eczemas or very dry skin, then ideally, absolutely fragrance free. Okay, there's one more thing. There is a label called unscented, and one is fragrance free. Now, both these are different. You should opt for the fragrance free one and not the unscented, because the unscented label, it actually means that some scent has been added to make it absolutely odorless.
uh,
Whereas fragrance free means that maybe some odor is there of the naturally occurring active ingredient like the
correct.
moisturizer. So it's important to opt for fragrance free and not unscented. It should say pH 5.5 or skin friendly pH. These two are the most important things, and no additives, things like these. They are
Toxins.
important when yeah, toxin free, and especially on the sunscreens, there are some common allergens in the sunscreens which can cause allergies, like PABA free and all of these.
Yes,
Again, broad spectrum. If it's a slightly older child, then non-comedogenic, because any moisturizer or sunscreen can clog pores and cause acne.
correct.
So, yeah, these labels should be there. Then, one more very, very important thing, as dermatologists, we commonly see topical steroid abuse in our country. Steroid creams are very easily available over the counter. So, moms should be very cautious when applying any other cream apart from moisturizer, sunscreen, and all, because a lot of times chemists give creams which contain steroids if it's a rash or something, and if you haven't consulted a dermatologist or a pediatrician, a friendly neighbor or a chemist can give these creams. So absolutely no steroid creams at all without consultation.
Consultation. Thank you.
Is,
Also, since you spoke
excuse me,
about,
can I ask her something?
Yeah.
yeah, sure. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Is there a difference between a moisturizer and a lotion? There are lotions which are liquidy. So are the ingredients
Okay.
equal?
Okay, so lotion is just like a vehicle. I mean, basically, if we talk about topical products, it can be a lotion, it can be a gel, it can be a cream. So these are the different types of topicals. Lotion has slightly higher water content, which is easy spreadability. So for larger body areas, creams are slightly thicker, so we give for smaller body areas. Solutions are even watery, so we give for
So the
specific body
content is
areas.
the
So
same. It's form in which it is modified. The content is the same, is what you're saying.
moisturizer and lotion are completely different things. Lotion means the type of the vehicle, that the consistency, and moisturizer means something which is hydrating and moisturizing your skin. I hope I was able to
Yeah.
No, I
clear
think
it.
her query was if
That
you
was
are
a good
using
question,
the same
Madam.
thing of a
The
cream
color
and
is
same thing of a
what?
lotion. So is the same? Yes, it is same.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
the formulation that is
Formulation
different.
Yeah.
is
Cream
the
and
same
lotion.
only.
Yeah.
Yes. But then, if it is
Same.
winters,
Yeah.
Dr. Mahima already said, suppose it is winters and the weather is too dry, you can opt for the same thing but in a cream.
Thing in cream form. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Okay.
if your child's skin is
Okay.
very,
Okay.
very dry, then creams are better.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I just wanted to add to it. Dr. Mahima was saying about talcum powder. So we
Yeah.
do, BabyChakra also makes powder which is talcum free. So that's safe to use, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
Okay.
not directly spraying it on the
Yes.
child.
On the
And yeah.
palm and then yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Pallavi, so most moms are aware of claims like, sulfate free, paraben free, 100% organic, no artificial fragrance. Can you tell us how these ingredients harm the children's, the baby skin?
See, this is one of the very good perks of having social media nowadays. Now, everyone is aware of what to use.
Yes,
Only
correct.
thing is, no one tells you when to stop using it. Okay, so that is the different and a difficult part. So the thing is, now because everyone is aware that we have to use organic or we have to use fragrance free or it is skin friendly or whatever the label says, it is good that you are opting it instead of something else. Okay, but I'll be very honest, if a label is saying that it is skin friendly or if it is saying it is fragrance free or it is organic or whatever, not all the brands that they are claiming are 100% true, because no matter what, if they're saying organic, that doesn't mean it is completely chemical free. There is some form of chemical that is still present in the lotions or in the formulations that is making it stable. So, do you understand? So, it is not necessary if a label is saying it is absolutely organic or absolutely chemical free, it is not possible. Okay, so having said that, there doesn't really mean that if the chemical is present is 100% going to harm the child's skin. Okay, it is present because it is necessary for the formulation to be stable and be longer lasting.
All right.
Now, few of the things that we have to keep in mind is the fragrance, and second,
Correct.
the vehicle that or the preservatives they add on or the additives they add on. Okay, so these things might cause a little irritation on the skin of a child because it is not developed, as I've mentioned before, also. Okay, so their skin is not able to tolerate these irritations, and this might aggravate if there is dryness. It might aggravate the dryness or might cause rash on the redness on the body, or might you can see small red bumps on the body. If this is happening frequently, you need to change the products. But then I would still suggest that you need to see a consult a dermatologist if you want to change the product. It might be because of the product. Some people don't understand कि हर बार लोशन लगाते हैं तब नहीं होता, कभी लगाया, पहले से लगा रहे थे लेकिन पहले तो नहीं.
Yeah.
So it is not always from the first time that it happens. it is sometimes the cumulative this thing that it becomes after a few days or maybe after few months it starts happening. So you have to be very aware. If you're confused or if you're not sure about the products, please meet or consult your dermatologist or any other pediatric dermatologist or pediatrician instead, so that they can tell you what products are right for you. Okay, so these products, except for skin rash or irritation or aggravation of eczema or dryness, as such, there is no deep or hardcore side effects of it. But then, yes, the baby gets irritated because of the products. And you don't want a crying baby as typical. They also get sick
Mm.
because the only form of communication that a baby has is crying.
Correct.
So you can't really make out what is the major problem.
Problem, yeah.
So yeah, so if you have even the slightest doubt कि ये lotion की वजह से हो सकता है, so yeah, you need to change the product. Except for
Correct.
itchiness and dryness, I don't think there is really a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mariam, so being a mom, when you go out to buy skincare products for your child, do you look at the label? Do you read the label before buying a product? And what do you look for in the products before buying them?
All these, the major four highlighted things are always on every product, like the no chemicals, no additives, no fragrance, no parabens, nothing. But then again, I search for the water content. I mean, and more of the water content, so
Hmm.
the irritation is less. And besides a brand which is trusted, I mean, I'll always go the brand which I trust. If you one or two brands are popping up, and then you are becoming indecisive what to do and what not to do, but then sticking to a brand and having a trust with them for a long time is for
Correct.
mothers also. So have a mindset which is very much effective for, and uh, yeah, growing kids according to the age as in after two I do switch. After 2 years I switch, which is not good for infants, as in I go for, and then accordingly now my elder one is 7, so I'm going for something which is more effective for her skin, as she is attending school for like 7 hours, so she needs to go out. Skincare which has sunscreen and a little SPF here and there, and as we do in few days now, so he's not into SPFs now, but then when Dr. Month is what is prescribed for a sunscreen is what about the accumulation. I mean, what if the sunscreen is blocking their regular wells, or I don't know if it's healthy. I'm very skeptical about this. For a 2-year-old, I am very skeptical to use a sunscreen as of now, because his son is anyways a COVID born child, so he's not seen much of the world. So yeah, I just wanted to ask Dr. Mahima about the skin sunscreen thing part.
Okay, so if we talk about sun protection for babies, less than 6 months sunscreens are not considered very safe, so avoid. Practice other forms of sun protection like full sleeved clothing, wide brimmed strollers, keep them in shade, sunglasses, hats, all of these physical forms of protection. Once the baby is 6 months plus, then absolutely every baby needs sunscreen without a doubt,
Yeah.
because it is the cumulative sun damage which is important. It's not that skin damage straight away starts in adulthood, it starts from the young age. And thankfully, us Indians, we are blessed with skin of color. We have melanocytes which produce color, which offer us already skin protection. But even then, sun protection in form of sunscreen is absolutely required for babies over 6 months of age. If you're taking the baby outdoors, then do apply sunscreen over all the exposed parts like back of the hands, face, behind the ears, neck. If they're not wearing full sleeved clothes, then over the exposed parts. And it needs reapplication every 2 to 3 hourly. or if you go swimming, if the baby is in the water, then they gets washed off. There are some sunscreens which are very water resistant, which offer more protection once you are wet.
Mariam, do you have any more questions on the sunscreen? Okay, I think we've lost her because of a connection.
Connection, yeah.
Dr. Pallavi and Dr. Mahima, this question is for both of you. So, like like companies like BabyChakra, where we are uh, using traditional methods, like traditional ingredients like haldi, tulsi, but combining it into packaging it into a convenient package for moms to use today. What do you have to say about that? What is your take on that?
Uh, Honestly, if I say, I'll never say that home remedies are bad, or if you're using traditional ingredients, it's not bad always. I don't like people using it at home, making
Correct.
their own thing and doing it.
Correct.
If you're using it in a cream form, or if you have packaged it, or if you are it's some brand, so it is probably done in a way that it is in a stable form, or
Yes.
it is not irritating to the skin, because there are various studies that we do first before we launch any product into the market.
Correct.
You understand?
Yes.
Vice versa, if you're using haldi directly, mixing it in water or mixing it in garam
Correct.
tel, ghee, and putting on the skin, I don't like that idea, because it might actually irritate the skin. So if it is natural products, there are studies of our traditional ingredients also present in our literature that it has shown good or beneficial
Yes.
effects.
Yes.
So why not? It is absolutely great that we are combining two different sciences and coming up with a new thing.
Correct.
So it is very good that we are doing it, but I would still advise people that if you are using something new, especially on child, please consult someone before using that.
Also dermatologically tested
Yes,
and yeah.
yes, absolutely. So it is important if it is. Uh, I'm 100% sure that we whatever products that we write, or if a parent, no one will come into the mind कि ये try करके देखते हैं. They are also
Correct.
doing what is best for their child. So I'm sure कि वहाँ पे भी कुछ गलत notion नहीं होने वाला है. But then if you are not 100%, then might as well get a surety about the product and then you use it. But it is, I think it is fabulous that you are using these ingredients in our products, and in different
It's
formulations that
easier.
too.
It's
It
Yeah.
is
easy.
very easy, and
Easier for the
especially,
moms. Yeah.
yeah, and Indian this thing have this ki ghar ka cheese is always better.
Haldi, besan, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and it is true also to some extent, but यही है कि don't put it directly on the skin in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
house.
Yeah.
If you're using in a stable form, it is a fabulous thing.
Yeah, if it's been tested,
Yes.
underwent rigorous testing, like you guys are
Yeah.
packaging it,
Yes.
you know exactly the concentration, because
True.
if somebody is
Exactly.
preparing that at home, it can be very less concentration, it can be very more, because if we talk about natural products, nothing can be very specific, right?
Yeah.
It
Correct.
can vary every time, so that
Correct.
is when side effects can happen. Even though you prepared it in the same way, you don't know what naturally the nature has made it different.
Yeah.
True.
So always opt for packaged products which are tested.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. We have a question from one of our viewers asking about phenoxyethanol. Whether what are the is it harmful? Is it good? A lot of products have that, right? Be right. What is your take on
Phenoxyethanol.
it? Yes.
Ethanol, yeah. Okay. Ethanol is more of a preservative, which is used in vaccines and, perfumes and all. So, definitely preservatives are not the main ingredients which is why a product is being used, but it helps in stabilizing the compound, it helps in making it bacteria free, virus free. It's like a it acts to improve the longevity of the product. So definitely it's not useful, or it's not going to be the main thing for application. So if
But
the viewer can tell exactly what they're talking about.
is it harmful? Is what they're asking. Is it harmful, or is it if
Okay.
that is it present in any of the skincare products?
I'm not very sure if it is present in skincare products. It's not a major ingredient for sure in any of the skin products. And I think
It's more,
there
it's more like
there
a
are reports of
preservative, like this.
rashes. Yeah, more of that. I think there must be some reports of rashes and all if we test only with phenoxyethanol, but it's not a major ingredient in.
Exactly. I was just going to say, even if it is present, it is present in such a minor quantity that I don't think it will cause any problem. Until
Yeah.
and unless a person or a child is specifically allergic to that particular ingredient.
Right. Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think there should be any problem if it is present also.
But there are natural alternatives to preservatives, right? Like the radish root extracts and stuff, which can be used as a preservative
Yeah,
instead
there
of
are
chemical.
multiple. Yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Pallavi, Dr. Mahima, for its insightful information that you gave all of us and the viewers. I'm sure it's going to help them take better care of their baby skin. It was lovely having you.
Same.
And
Much for
yes,
having us today.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And for all our viewers, please download the BabyChakra app for more such fun updates for you and your baby. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye. Thank you. I
Thank
think we
you.
lost Mahima. Her network is bad. So, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.